Nanillion, millennial, good day to everyone. Great to see you again. Welcome back to this show. This is Nanillion, good day to everyone. Again, I say this is Engineer Suraj Singh speaking from Bharat, India. Today on 2nd April 2025. Another day of life and another day of discussion. This is first video in month of April and I think you shall like it because it is also very important this time, and I am going to talk about same issues as I talked before about quality of everything, and quality in every respect, in products, in humanity, in personal, in work and in life. Quality is too significant that we have to be serious about that, but it has been seen that currently quality is not respected. Unfortunately, it is. I am speaking from Faridabad, Bharat, India. There are so many files in this to be discussed. Topic is quality, main topic, engineering quality, and if you don't have quality delivered by whosoever, reject that material or service. That is what I intend to say. If you are so sure that you are not getting quality, you should not pay for that material. And if you still pay, means you compromise. This means you work against society, you work against nation, you work against yourself. Because your money is not free of cost. It's very important point we have to see. It is too significant to understand that quality must be maintained. If you maintain every time that I compromise, then you can never be successful, and that person who sends bad quality always becomes habitual that people accept it. Quality is that important, and quality is so important that you should not accept any compromise. It may be material, it may be service, it may be work, it may be whatever else, all over world. I am talking not just in this country, everywhere. Because I have noticed quality has dropped everywhere. Forget certification of quality system. It doesn't work if product does not comply with required specifications and designs. It has got no meaning at all. That's what I can say with confirmation, that engineering has dropped everywhere, science does not help, and human itself has added fuel to fire. That human has become passive, not active. Passivism, what human gets, means killing self. Everybody thinks, what can I do? I am alone. You are alone because you came alone, and you are alone because you shall go alone. This doesn't mean that you cannot do anything. Always, whatever has been done so far in this world, only it was started by human who were single. It was never started by community, because community cannot take responsibility, but individual persons can take responsibility. Community can never discuss, can never think, they can only waste time. But individual person can think a lot and can do a lot. I am going to speak to you about this title, masses on this drawing regarding person's quality. Everywhere I have written person's quality, which is most important, because if quality is necessary, it must be embedded in every person. Only then we can achieve quality. And if person is not well embedded with quality element, then person cannot understand anything what is quality. And who can do it? Only person can do it. Person is responsible for whatever problems exist in this world. Every person of every category, every class, every knowledge, you can say every potential, every person is responsible for what is happening in this world. I cannot say I am not responsible for what's happening in all over world. I cannot say that. because I am part and parcel of this world until I am on this journey. It doesn't matter if I stay in this country, I cannot think about that country. There's no meaning at all to think that way. You can think about world, you can think about universe, you can think about skies, you can think about everything, because this power of thinking has been endowed to everyone by that master, that supreme, and not by your parent. Your parent can give you only biological body, not non-biological body. Non-biological body comes only from non-biological owner of this universe. You have to be very serious in this case, and that's why I'm saying a message. I'm giving a message to everybody and to universe itself. I am working on behalf of universe. I think I am representing universe. There's nothing wrong in that. You can also think. Everybody is a representative who comes to earth. It's like that you go to some company, join company, overseas or wherever. If you don't think that you are working for this company, then you cannot successfully work. If you just think I'm an employee of this company, I'm passing time, I'm just here to get salary, in that case you can never be successful, because you don't have any aim, any objective, any destiny. You are only interested in money and salary. This means this company is not for you. You're not for that company. If your thinking has developed only to that level, you can never be successful in life. You just don't confine yourself to what salary you are getting, how many hours you are working. Forget all these two elements and think that you are working for nature, you are working for that power who produced this company, who produced this earth, and this company is also working for that one. That we have to think about. I always think that I am a part of universe. I am not just part of earth, or I am not just part of this country. I am not just part of a company. Even if I am a part of a company, I am a part of universe, because company hires me, but company does not hire me primarily. It hires me relatively, because it also depends upon relatively wealth of this world. World is owned by none, keep in mind. This earth is owned by none on this earth except Supreme. So no one has got any power to say I own this. And that's why everybody is here just walking, moving for a while, and then you go out of this, you are nowhere here. This means you were never here, you shall never be here, you are only traveling on this surface of earth for a couple of weeks, for a couple of months, for a couple of years or decades. It depends upon what is your duration of this employment. You have to keep that in mind. And don't forget, your soul is permanent element for you. Your body is not permanent element. You might have taken 100 bodies before, 500 bodies before, who knows how many times you came to this earth, nobody knows. But your soul remains same, it cannot be changed. If it doesn't have a body, it works there. If it is a body, it goes there where body is sees, and it works there. So your permanent parent, your permanent power, potential is your soul, and I call that you have certain power you can develop, and that is called power of soul, and it is soul oracles, spectrums, engineering, exponential work. And this work was never done. I did not find this work anywhere in this world. I don't know why. I tried to get such, but I didn't get that. It is related to astrology or else. I don't care for that. It is astrology or others one. I don't care for that. I care for what you do for this world. This means what can you do for this universe. And universe orders to end money, loot, intrigues, intriguers. This is one message. There are other messages also. Just have a look on this and see what I want to say. it is very important matter we are discussing with. Very important matter. If you think it is for you, it's okay, fine. Otherwise, if you say no, it's not interested, it's up to you. You think you're my friend. I am talking about that money loot. Money loot is very significant issue currently. What does it mean? Can you think about this? What I want to say. What is money loot? What is intriguers here? What are intriguers here? Why nature is interested in this, that they should not work in money loot? It is very important point, and I am taking this topic in number 171. 171. This is power of oracle at that time. I am referring to this one. 1 means organ point, 7 means oracle, and 1 means organ point. Means 1 says you stay at 1, go to 7, means you have full journey in your body. If you go to 1 to 7, you complete your body journey internally, and you can come back to 1. This is like that, and go again and come back again, and like this. Means you are a perfect person to use your internal soul portion, not external one I am talking here. And you will find result of this one is 1028. What does it mean? 1 goes to 0, then goes to 2 and goes to 8. This is result of 171 when you practice your movement of soul within your body, and then you find result, because you are using your body means you are using your mind. You are using oracle, and when you reach oracle means you can get information. Says 1 0. 1 goes to 0 means it has 10 primes power. It surrounds solar system, means you are having power of 1 in that respect. And then you come back to 2 material, and you use it as a system. That's the says. So you can say you are doing crime on complete earth system. Money loot is that. What does it mean? Why I'm saying loot? This means you can do, if you do honestly, it will not become money loot. But if you do honestly, you cannot become richest person of world. You cannot say I have 90% of world wealth. You cannot say riches have got 80% of one wealth, and only 10 or 20% people have 10 or 80% people have only 10 to 20% of wealth. That cannot be accepted, as has been going now. You will find in every country there are people who have 80-90% of wealth, and remaining part of that country does not have that much wealth. And I call those people who play in name of this, and who play in name of system, who play in the name of the ownership, who play in name of country's wealth, they are intriguers. And it's not just country's wealth, I can say world's wealth. Intriguers they intrigue in name of mind, they intrigue in name of money, and make more money without doing hard work. But remember, just making money without doing hard work means you are going to cause sin, because share of those people who work hard for you, you do not give. That is most important part that you have to consider. Let them share. If you share, it's okay. If they share proportionately, if you get 5-10% profit, I don't mind. But if you say no, everything is mine, these people should be given 20%, I should get 80% profit, then I would say it is money loot, because you did not do any hard work. You use your mind capacity and you try to accumulate that wealth. You did not do justice to world, you did not do justice to nature, because first of all you are exploring more than required. You cannot explore everything every time. You are exploring wealth of earth, which is for everybody, not just for your profit. Wealth of this world is not meant for your profit only, but for use by everyone on earth. You did not procure this earth in your family. You did not buy this earth from anybody. You did not buy any right from nature, but you are going to use this wealth, and I call it money loot. It can be direct money loot, it can be indirect money loot. This is loot, and looters cannot be excused. Intriguers are too many in loot, because they intrigue, and intrigue means they plan everything how best you can avoid imposition of law, and you can get benefit of that. And in that case you can say complete system works, from politics to executive to judiciary and to everybody. Public also, but public is, you cannot consider public that level intelligent, because public is public. But these institutions which are available everywhere around world, they all play part in that. I before that said invasion. Now I'm saying money loot is biggest invasion of power, of wealth, power of world in this time, in year 2025. And this two number indicates material dominates. Remember, according to Gregorian calendar, it is 21st century where two number is dominating, and it shall be dominating for many more centuries to come, because number works for what you know, for millennium. It is fourth number here, fourth digit number from right, so this means it shall have implication for 9, or you can say 1000 years. But who can afford that? It indicates money. Two number indicates soil also, it indicates information also, because everything is money. A material cannot do anything on its own. Remember, no material can do anything on its own, because it doesn't have any kind of that powerful soul in this. It can be used by those who are having polluted souls or who are having good souls. It depends how you make use of material. It is same thing. You are hungry, you take some food. If you take food for 1 year together at same time, what shall happen to you? Or even if you take food together for 1 week, what shall happen to you? You know it very well. This is a resemblance to understanding. If you accumulate wealth to that extent, what shall happen to others who don't have that wealth? They cannot compare to you, and you start feeling that I am big person, I have got this wealth, and you become mad. In fact, you don't serve earth, but you serve your purpose. But you forget there is no purpose for you, only to show that I am this person. You enter everywhere, and people start fearing you are a rich man. That's why I say, universe has decided and ordered to end such kind of entities from this world in whatever way. Now universe shall become very active very soon. This is what I get masses from them. They shall be very active to eliminate this highest level of corruption. In fact, this is also commercial corruption, you can say, not that kind of corruption. This corruption is much higher than that corruption in which the prosecution is awarded, the sentence is awarded, and here you can say this corruption is not at all acceptable, because earth has been made for many millenniums to come, and if you take out everything, who shall compensate for that? That point is very simple. So far we have looted this material, and because of looting of this material, we have polluted air, we have produced plastics, we have done everything. Means every support that entity is available on behalf of God or Supreme, that has been, you can say, damaged badly, and it is all because of money loot. And these intriguers shall have to face problems they shall face problems very soon. Time is going to come, and I am alerting everybody, stop doing this, because you are not having quality as such. You don't know what is quality. You just want to make money, and making money can never be called quality. It doesn't give anything. Even I would say, though we say it is advanced world, it is computer world, it's a digital world, but in fact this is not digital world, this is destruction world, I could say. Use of computer is acceptable, is recognized, but eating computer is not recognized. If you just depend upon computers every time, then you cannot say that you are a human being, you are an intelligent person. You become just like a stone who cannot think, who cannot be used, who cannot work itself. It can be used only for whatever purpose is meant, but on its own it cannot do anything, and that point is important one. This was very significant point, and I am very serious, particularly on this message, that money loot must be stopped. If they do not stop voluntarily, they have to face problems in future, and problems would be very difficult. It's not simply simple problems they would face living this planet problem, which is very difficult. This universe has awakened in its way. It had not been caring about, but they have got a move on this. Motion is there. It is going to be approved soon in complete orders. All orders shall be published there, and money loot shall be limited. In fact, it shall not be money loot, but money use. And money use means for everyone. No one is honor on this earth. Everybody knows it very well, but they start thinking that they are honor of this world, and in that delusion they stay, which means they have become mad, I would say. Every person is mad who says that I am honor of this world, I am honor of this country, I want to take this portion from you, you do not need, I need this, that's why you take. Just like Trump says, I want to take Canada, I want to take Panama, I want to take Greenland, I want to take Mexico. Means this is called political madness, and this madness shall not survive. It shall die soon, because time is coming. Material wealth belongs to Supreme and to no one else. So people must understand this reality of life. And if persons understand this, I would say they are sound mind people. They know what they have to do in life, but they do not understand in fact, because money becomes their soul, and not soul remains soul for them. Engineering never says that you abuse material. Engineering never says you think only for money. Engineering never says that you do not think for society, for world, for preservation of earth. If you think that way, it says that you are in wrong boat. Engineering means we have to develop, but simultaneously we have to think about optimum use of material, optimum use of resources, which is very important. And we have to think that sustainability is a must. And you know what is meaning of sustainability. Everybody knows it in this world. And if you do not know, I mean to say, future times should not say I don't have water to give you. Future times should not say I don't have food to give you. Coming generations should be having same facilities as we are, and this continuity must be maintained successfully, but it's not ongoing now. And that is why I link quality of everyone to oracle, soul oracles spectrums, engineering exponential work. This tells everybody that if you want to live good life, sound life, quality life, you have to talk to yourself. And talk to yourself means you have to talk to your own, and your own is entity. That entity, I say, it is soul. Power of soul is that power which gives you every power. And if you don't use that power, then you become a dummy person, not an intellectual person. If you want to use your intellect lies in your spectrum, it lies in your oracle, and that is called oracle spectrums engineering, because we are going to talk to someone who is expert, who can advise us expertise, and we have to take advice from that expert and use that advice in our execution of duties, and that is important. We reuse this always, but we never realize that we are getting support from someone. We start thinking I am doing it myself, nobody is helping me. In fact, you are always helped, but you do not realize, and that is very important point. We have to be realistic. Before that I said invading, and now I would show you file that I have produced other issues, so that this should also be clear. And that file is here, I'll show you, and that is fourth file here. And I'm going to take this file from here and show you that file. This is first cover page of that submission. And here, as I said, this is money loot intriguers. Here is same topic but invading intriguers. Invading, as I call, just like certain leaders are calling, I will invade your country if you don't listen to me. This should not happen, because invader also does not belong to this earth permanently. Whoever invades, I would say that person is mad. That person must have treatment of mind, because one day everyone has to go. You may be whatever, you have no right to invade. You stay wherever you are, you enjoy that one, and let others enjoy where they are. Don't intrigue to take another land just for your own use, and you can say devoid them who are using that of that land use. This is not right way. If you do this, I would say you are going against supreme plans. So simple. If sub-country people say no, we want to join this country, that is different matter. But if you say no, I would by force take your country, or listen to me, then you are a mad person, I would simply say. Because it is their own right where they want to live, how they want to live. You cannot force anybody, because you yourself do not own anything in this world. 5,000 years before, 10,000 years before, 15,000 years before, whatever countries do you know? Who are leaders do you know? Are they available now? Those who killed millions of people, are they available now? So what is outcome? What is purpose? If you kill thousands and thousands and millions of people because you are a leader, killing means on every side. When you war, what do you get? Did you ever think? Did you get some concrete result? Destruction, 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 and destruction. Could you reinstate that? You can never. This is not your material. This is wealth given to you by someone, honor. Honor is supreme. Then who are you to destroy that material? Yes, you can say I pay money. Money paying is not a reinstatement of material. You destroyed mountains, you destroyed rocks, you destroyed fields, you destroyed buildings, you destroyed all that. And you are saying we got victory. It is victory of foolishness. It is victory of stupidity. I would simply say avoid that. And if you don't avoid, I would say you don't have any quality in your mind. You are a qualityless person. Go for treatment of your mind. And then political intriguers. This is very, very high profile phenomenon these days. Every politician wants to stay on seat for 7 births to come. I'm not joking. They think that their children should rule once they live. And once children come into power, they think their children should rule. In this way, I say nobody wants to get rid of that seat, because they think that it becomes their inherited seat. That is problem. That's why I say political intriguers, they are. Common people cannot do it. Only those who have already access to power privately, they can do that. And they are also going to do sin, because once you get power, your mind changes, your conscience changes, you start to take more and more, and that more and more can never stop. So this also intrigue, that you only want to stay in power. You do not want to serve this world. You just want to stay in power. And you say, I am doing everything. That is not going to work. And then it was economy intriguers. As I said, economy is very important part. To be very frank, economy means earth, nothing else. Economy means earth, on earth, and in solar system it is sun. Both are very significant objects for economy. Maybe you do not realize this fact, but this is real fact. Economy and earth are correspondent to each other. Without earth, there can be no economy, and without economy, there can be no development. Development is a must, economy is a must, and earth is already a must. This means there is no contribution by anyone in this world for economy. This is only abuse of power. We are taking materials from earth, we are taking sun energy, and we are here with a part of earth, and we say we do everything. In fact, you are doing nothing except farmers who plow land and grow crops. That's all, because without crops you cannot survive. You have to take food, otherwise, other materials are just giving foolishness. These materials may not be required, but we are doing everything to damage earth in name of economy. While economy does not need damage, it needs preservation of resources, but not like that. You mine everywhere and take out everything. Can you fill that mine back? You cannot fill that. There have been accidents. That's why I say economy is something different, which people, political criminals, you understand what does it mean? And litho-air exploiters. Litho-air phase, solid part of earth or solid plus water part of earth is called lithosphere. Litho means stone in some language. Litho means stone, and sphere, and political criminals are there. They must be, and everywhere political criminals have been thriving all over the world. This should be stopped, and human is not going to take action. Only Supreme would take action on all these propositions. If you take out everything from earth, from lithosphere, what is end? Is exploited, explored for just making processes, doing processes, and making more and more money, converting earth into money. But remember, this is not going to work. In minimum limits it's okay, but abundantly if you do, that is not going to work. And here is what it says then. Human rights exploiters. Human rights is very important point. No one has got any right to damage other person, to cause damage to other person, but it is happening everywhere. Political people think they have got birthright to do this, but they also do not know what they are doing. They should remember, maybe you are a politician, maybe you are high offices. If people are destroyed, people are damaged, people are killed, rights are destroyed, you are going to face everything when you leave this world. Nobody shall come to you to help you. You have to respond, because it was because of your orders people got damages, and judicial exploiters like this have taken this, and this is very important point. You have to be serious about this. And then we have here another file which is of course, I would say, important file it is as well. Every time I show you this file, but we have to discuss a lot on this. We have to discuss a lot, and without discussing a lot, we cannot say anything. I am feeling some hot water problem now. If you give me just 2 minutes, I'll take hot water tea and come here. Meanwhile, you can read this in, you can say, concentration, so that you can understand what I want to discuss, because this is very important one, without which we cannot do anything. Quality must be in your mind, it must be in your heart, it must be in your thinking, otherwise you are nowhere. You may have top class mind, but you cannot use your mind if you do not want to use it. If you want to use it, it is your prerogative, it's your privilege, it's up to you. Nobody can force you, and you are honor of this mind, because it is within your body. Nobody can take it out, nobody can abuse it on your behalf. It is only you, your property it is, and once you leave this world, this property becomes of no use. So better use it through oracle as much as possible, and get benefit of your mind, because mind tells you everything which other one cannot tell you. Mind is that device. Your computer cannot work likewise, because computer may say anything, whatever is fed in that it will respond based on that, but your mind has not been fed by anybody except by educational teacher, and that's all you can say. Otherwise whatever you learnt in life is because of something else. Hold on please. I think you must have read this. Quality. It is not easy to define what is quality. You cannot define quality in one sentence. You may understand that quality means requirement, but it varies because person varies, mind of person varies, everybody is different. Therefore, I would like to say there may be 4 persons in same department, they are having similar qualifications and experience, but if you talk to them, you will find 4 answers from them, not same, all different. This means it depends upon what one learnt and what one thinks. There is a dissimilarity. I say this level is right, other one says no, there is a difference, third one says no, there is too much difference. This means everybody has different approach. Then what should be done? We cannot say one person is right, other person is wrong. Both are same, 4 are same, 5 are same. But when we do something, we say we have to do this according to requirement. And what is that requirement? That is a question mark. When we design something, whenever we design in engineering or in other field, you design, you have a plan. Naksha bolte hain jisko, you have a plan. Somebody devises that plan. If you give same plan to someone else to devise, another plan would come, like third plan would come, fourth would come. But nobody knows what is actually required. User is not able to tell you explicitly in technical terms. User tells only in common terms. But there are options, that is true. And quality never says don't use options. Many options means better quality. Now, okay, we say, okay, we agree with this. This means you have to do something. You design, you do on site, you do in manufacturing, you do in variables. Some limitations would be there. Some limitations. Depending upon your money expenditure. Because every material costs funds, money. And if you say, I have got X money, then you cannot say, I spend X plus Y. You have to spend X only. And that work which you are going to do must be covered in that amount. That is called budgetary provision. Okay, fine. But in that budgetary provision, your quality should be fit in according to specifications. What are those specifications? That is important point. That is where expertise works. Just like some contractor says, you are paying me silver, I cannot give you gold. You are paying me iron, I cannot give you stainless steel. That's right, nothing wrong with that. But you think a contract is lying. No, it's not. Whatever you are paying, you can get only this. But you have to decide whatever you are offering in terms of work. If you calculate wrongly, then you have to suffer. If you calculate rightly, then you have profit. Therefore, specification is too significant once you do whatever work. It may be particularly in production, in manufacturing, in construction. Specification is very significant work to be devised, to be designed, and then to be implemented. Both ways it is very significant. Otherwise, you may not be able to get anything done properly. No, there shall be disputes everywhere, and all contractors who are intelligent, they are happy when disputes are proposed or risen. They are happy. It's all commercial work, it's all business work, but I am talking of quality. I am not talking of contracts here. I am not talking of tenders here. I am talking of how to understand quality and what is reason I am linking that one to work of power of soul or soul. Because soul is very significant wealth everybody has. It is up to one person if you understand this or you do not understand this. That is one point. If you understand this, you shall get benefit of that. If you don't understand this, you shall not get benefit of it. It's same thing. It's Sunday, it is sunny day. You are walking in morning time, you are walking in evening time, or you are walking at noon time, or you say matin time. It's up to you. Whatever time you walk, you shall get benefit of sun power accordingly. It will not change for anyone. Early morning if you walk, this is one specification. Noon time if you walk, this is another specification. Likewise, time varies your specification requirement. You feel higher temperature or lower pain, that's what you want. This is, you can say, kind of specification. Sometimes there is, you can say, what do you call this, UV index. Oh, UVI is too high. Sometimes UVI is too low. Sometimes relative humidity is too high, RH. Sometimes it's too low. Sometimes it's very, very high level of breeze. Sometimes there is no breeze. It depends. And you mold yourself accordingly. And that is what I say. It depends upon you how you want to move yourself. Your wealth is for you. This is non transferable wealth. No bank has got any control on that. You are only your bank. There is no bank that can stop your funds in terms of soul. Nobody will stop you. It's your capacity, what you can do. That's what I'm saying. If you are a good personal, if you can think of nature, if you can think of I should not destroy this earth unduly, I have to take extraction of material according to requirement only, not according to, you can say, abundance of material. I don't need but I get it. That way, if you think you are a quality person, if you think, no, I have to become first rich person in this world, I want to extract more and more. Our government thinks if we extract this material, we get more funds. I would say quality runs away from there. You cannot say that is quality thinking, because you are neither thinking for human being, you are not thinking for earth, you are not thinking for wealth of earth, you are not thinking of. This means you are not a true servant to that power. You are not a quality professional, quality thinker, quality leader, whatever you say. And leadership means genuine leadership, not leadership to have roadshow. That is not leadership, that is foolishness, I can say. Leadership means you first think about what you are doing. If you think that I am not able to do, I am not decided whatever I am going to do, this means you have not developed leadership. And leadership means first analyze everything. Analysis is root of leadership. If you are not able to analyze, you can never become a real leader. Yes, you can be charismatic, you can be befooler, you can be a liar, you can be anti-wealth, you can be anti-national, you can be anti-world, you can be anti-nature. But you cannot be a leader. Leadership means first you have to satisfy nature. That is leadership. If you are not able to satisfy nature, you cannot be called a leader in dictionary of nature. At this moment, there is no single person whom I can say that is universe support or nature support, or whom I can say one is real leader. Everybody is running for sake of running. One doesn't know where one is going. Everybody has got interest in its own area. Nobody thinks of entire world. Everybody wants to say I am world leader, but in fact there is no single person in this world at this time whom we can say one is world leader, because one is not even self leader. How can you say one is world leader? If leaders believe in wars mongering, if leaders believe in atomic bomb, hydrogen bomb, if leaders believe in destroying this earth, if leaders believe in killing people, then on what basis you can say that they are leaders? It doesn't matter which country people belong to or which country leader belong to. Nobody minds this. You have to think for entire world, because world is one. You may have 200 countries, doesn't matter. Countries are not isolated one. Countries are integrated very well with this earth. You may be only a reference leader, not original leader. Because if you're original, this world would have been very sweet, peaceful place to live, but there is no peace currently seen anywhere in any part of this world. You can say few hundred leaders think they are owners of this world. Unfortunately, they are mad people all over this world. All over this world, not even a single leader can be called a sensible one. No person has got any quality of leadership. They only bark like dogs. They don't think of good of this world. And when they don't think of good of this world, they cannot think of good of the people. They think only for one point, democracy. And democracy has spoiled this world. I am not against democracy, but democratic leaders, because you are only interested in votes, not in people's welfare. And people too also not able to understand that they are being exploited by all these world so-called world leaders. They do not have any employment otherwise, if they are not leaders, so-called leaders I should say, they will be out of employment, which they cannot digest. A person who is very well educated can digest small job, can digest small salary, can digest everything, and despite that digestion one conducts research. But what these people are doing, that is what I say. Public of this world do not know what is leadership. They only know personal benefits. Oh, if I give vote to this person, I shall get reservation, I shall get this benefit, I shall get this benefit, and I shall get employment. Only our thinking has confined to small requirements, not for welfare, not for welfare of this planet. And that is why lot understanding, lot analytical work, lot thinking are required for this earth. And only those people who can call themselves leaders, I don't find anything in them which can be defined that they are having virtues of leadership. Just giving lecture or speech does not mean that you are a leader, because a speech can be spoken based on some experts' advice. Otherwise, you have no plan for your own area. Forget that you can plan for world. If you cannot think of leadership, means you are not genuine person. You have no genius in you. You have no ability in you. Only ability is be fooling masses. That is only your ability. Delivering false promises, that is your ability. Thinking of invasion, that is your leadership. You do not care for if people die in wars. You do not care for, because you think these are not my people. Then you are not leader. If you think your people are only in your country, you consider them others are not people, then you cannot call yourself leader. You are bad leader. Every human on this earth is for everyone. Wealth of this world is for everyone. Because nature works in integration. It doesn't work in part to whole, it works in whole to part. Do you know this meaning or do not know this meaning? Does any leader can explain what I am asking for? Can you explain what is whole to part and part to whole? They shall not tell you, because they do not know anything except barking. If leadership is quality one, there would be no wars. There would be no unrest. There will be no personal anxiety, personal anxiety. Oh, I should get this. Once you are a leader, you cannot think for what I should get. You should think what your supports should get. What every person in this world should get. That is leadership. This is not leadership that you only by your false or fake leadership you are able to win some election. Then this is just commercial trend, nothing else. You are only in commerce to get seat and enjoy your life, because you do not want any employment, and nobody shall give you any professional employment because you are not capable so to do. It is unfortunate that society in common has failed to understand this point, has failed to understand this point in totality. And that's what I say. Those professionals who are responsible, they have no powers. Powers have been given to all these fake leaders who are leaders by virtues of election victory, not otherwise. They cannot do anything other than political abuse of power, not anything else. Political power, which has got ambition, which is destined, which has got objective, scope of requirement that it should work for society, has become a tool to work for self, not for society. Such laws have been drafted everywhere, have been enacted everywhere, that these laws should not go against any political leadership. These laws can go against anybody else. Unfortunate it is. Development of every country, every area is essential. Nobody can deny this fact. But you cannot say, I am a rich country and this country is poor. Nobody has any right to say that. Because no one is rich, no one is poor. Every country is extracting wealth from Earth's crust only, not even Earth's mantle. Do you know that? Earth has got its structure. Crust gives everything currently. Mantle cannot be reached currently, and core can never be reached. Otherwise, person can destroy Earth. These leaders can go to every extent to do whatever they wish, because they think, I am political leader, I have got support from people, but don't forget, they do not have any support for universe. Universe does not care for politics. Universe take action always, and you know what happens. Nobody can stop universe when universe takes any action. What action can you take except protection? Nothing else. Tornado, cyclone, seismic or earth, fire, etc., 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 whatever. You can only face and encounter, you cannot stop them. You can extinguish fire, but you cannot stop it. That is very important part. I say fire, water forces, wind forces, these can never come under controls of anyone, because these are real powers, not your mental stupidity. Public also thinks in same way like leaders think, and that is another weakness of humanity. Development is not a game of money, it's a game of requirement, it's a game of consolation. Means you should have certain limit, that this is our limit, we should not go beyond this. But nobody bothers, everybody bothers to make more and more, more and more. But here control point exists, and that is what I am saying, soul of everyone. It is also unfortunate that human has failed to use power of soul. It has failed in general. Power of soul is most standard power. Computer is very small entity, and I can say it is too little. If you see what development we have done on earth, and you see how functions in nature work, you will find a disparity. Earth development is based on material, while universe development, universe functions, universe services all depend upon non-material world. They don't believe in they don't use materials for whatever they do. They believe certain souls, certain signals, network. You boost a lot if you say, I have got CCTV, I have got this signal, I have got satellite, I have got this and that. But all those are based on material input and not on otherwise. But nature is different, universe is different, it depends upon particularly mental power. Mental power, which is done by soul, which is operated by soul, is only potent power in world. It is free, as I said many times. You can use it, you can mind it, it is for you. Only point is that you should have capability to do so. If you are having capability, it is yours forever. You need not worry about anything, because even if you did not study book and you do not know that subject, but you can understand that subject because you can get that response from your mind through oracle, through soul, and you can say, oh yes, this should be answer. That is what it says. There are many people who do not have any subject in their lifetime study, but they can do wonders. I have seen people. That's what I'm saying. We have to be little different in our approach to use our mind. Mind is not structure of body in head. That is only anatomical portion. That doesn't work for you. That receives only, it's like you can say a hardware, a silicon chips, SIM, means subscribers identity module. It can be SIM, we call it subscribers identification module. Same thing it is. There may be some SIM in that, but whatever software is supplied by universe, that software has got potential. That software works in that hardware, and you can say mind becomes active. And if you don't want to be active, sleep. Here, sleep means not physical sleeping, not close your eyes and sleep. This sleep means remain passive. Another meaning of passivism is sleep. Sleep is passive. Just sit down and see what's happening and do nothing. That is called virtual sleeping or professional sleeping. It's not sleeping by closing eyes. Eyes are open, but you are sleeping, you are not doing anything. That's why I'm talking about engineers, that they have immense power because they studied immense. Same way, medicos, they have immense powers, they studied immense. And these two are basic educational requirements, health and engineer. Because first requirement is health. If you do not have health, you may have good mind, you shall think problem, and you may not be able to think potentially what it should be. This point we have to understand. We used to call, when I was young, that health is wealth. You say something is lost, health is lost. If nothing is lost, if money is lost, nothing is lost. And if character is lost, everything is lost. But now it is reverse. Everything is lost if money is lost. Nothing is lost if character is lost. Right? Now it is virtual statement. If money is lost, everything is lost. People think this way. If character is lost, nothing is lost. And they are worried about health. Because if you have money, you shall have good health. I don't know how, but they think like this. And if health is lost, what you do? If your health is lost, you cannot do anything. You have to feel pain. You have to suffer. If money is everything for you, then I have no answer to say that. That's why I am talking about quality of a person. What is your level of thinking? Life must have every parameter in it. It must have patience. It must have, weight power. It must have all time. If you are anxious to get everything at an earliest, then you cannot be peaceful. You must have peaceful mind, but active mind, brilliant mind. You must have passive state also, as well as majority of that time should be active state. In passivism, you cannot do anything except taking rest. But activism gives you, of course, certain kind of fatigue, but you can win over that. Therefore, if you want to have all parameters life, then you have to rethink. Do not just think money is everything. I would say money is only one part of life. Mind is most important part of your life. And mind doesn't mean brain. I would not say that. Mind means soul and your mental structure. Both must be in consonance together. Both must work together. If you don't use both, then it is different kind of you person. You can never enter world of quality, and you can say only I am a quality person, but you are not a quality person. That is very important point, and we have to understand quality in this way. Quality is not a joke. It's not just a piece of paper. I show you already, just like I showed before. Also, I showed to you where you can say quality. I will show again. It's quality, and that is here. I can say quality. Okay, quality doesn't mean that just one page. This means you can say an understanding. Here can say many times I showed to you. It is that page. I often, though I have not updated this for long, but it's not question of updating. If you go to our constitution of this country particularly, you will find something there very specific. There is one article in this, and that name is Article 51A, which is fundamental duties, part of which can be considered required criteria for quality. And question is, how many of us have been following fundamental duties? And I think leaders do not follow that at all. All leaders, political leaders in this country, I would say, are useless. And not only in this country, but also in other countries, you will find similarity among political leaders. Professional leaders do a lot. I agree with that. Industrialist leaders do a lot. But doing a lot is not enough. Doing a lot qualitatively is a requirement. What it says, for example, main points when talking about this, our constitution of Bharat, India, protect and improve natural environment, including forests, lakes, rivers and wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures. This doesn't apply to this country as well. This applies to all over the world. You have to be natural person. You have to improve nature. This is what it says. Protection, then improvement, both apply. Neither anyone in this world is serious about this. Only summits, conferences, and then take tea and coffee, lunch and dinner, and meet next year. Protect and improve natural environment including forests, lakes, rivers and wildlife. These, whatever are mentioned here, do not belong to human. These are all natural products which nature has given you for use, but unfortunately human has abused them. Develop scientific temper, which is most important. Scientific temper, spirit of inquiry, and humanism, very important. Are we thinking of humanism? Nowhere. Political leaders don't mind if thousands of people are killed in riots, in mobs, in hooliganism, in war. They do not mind because this is commodity. No problem. My commodity has gone. No problem. I'll pay them some money. This is what every person who claims that on his leader, they think that way. For them, human means few notes only. If one leader dies, they say whole world has been problem. Who will take care? This gap cannot be filled. For them, no filling, no refilling, but for humanism, refilling is just money. Give them money. What a different thinking. Can you realize this? This leader has gone. What shall happen? Who will come? From where that leader came? Think about this. Did that leader come from skies? Everybody comes from skies. To safeguard public property and to abjure violence. In current scenario, if you think, Leadership is that which can create violence, which can produce violence, and then one becomes better leader. Even if one goes to prison, while coming back, one is garlanded. One, one does bad act involved in rape, and once it is given bail, it comes from jail and then garlanded. That is what is quality of our public, this quality of leadership, and this applies everywhere. Safeguard public property. Who does it? They break property. And leadership finds pleasure. Okay, this is opposition has done, and opposition says treasury has done. Strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual. Are you finding excellence anywhere? Tell me, where is excellence? There is no excellence. Just pomp and show, nothing else. And collective activity. Suppose there is leadership, there is good education, then excellence shall automatically come. But leadership has died, excellence has died, in-depth study has died, analysis have gone, thinking power has gone. Now how can you say we are moving towards that level? We can say we are quality person. Very important point you have to see, and that's why I can say you and I have to get up for real quality, and this is addressed to everyone on earth. You and I, whoever we are, we have to get up for real quality. We have to get up for reliable coordination, because quality and coordination are backbone for every work, everywhere on earth. Even if you don't have resources, even then quality is a requirement to whatever level you can do, and coordination depends upon whatever information you can get from nature or from your collected items. That is important point. And it is also important that I am talking about something which is not in air. It is something that should happen. It used to happen long back to some extent, but now I don't find any quality anywhere currently. You go to whatever country, from distant you may find, oh, this is UK, this is USA, this is German, best quality. How can you say best quality? Until you experience something, you cannot say that. That's why I say reliable quality and reliable coordination, which are required to be my and everyone's friend, because I and others cannot satisfactorily work in profession without these both domains, for these are not considered absolute domain but supportive and inclusive ones. Real quality and real coordination. These all are friendly domains together for all others. Demanded quality. You cannot leave me, because you are my destiny and nation's destiny as well. That is real coordination. Demanded quality. Others may not do so. But what engineers should talk of, what engineers should think of, because engineer is something different. Engineer is something different in a way that engineer can do a lot for this world, and it has been done. Engineers have been doing. What they mean by this is, we require to, I'm talking, saying engineers speak, where we require to establish both domains permanently in engineering profession and also other walks of life. Health profession comes first for purpose of survival, followed by engineering profession for sake of works of development. Have active quality performing in applications plus quality in safety, health, environment, suffering sufficiently. This is active quality performance, not passive quality performance. Very different it is. Real quality engineering and reliable condition engineering, and what actually we meet with here. There are some points I can share. Approach on following points. A requirement: contract studies encouragement for all professionals. This is very much important in many countries. Certain countries are serious in this, while many countries, even in, you can say, approach and following points requirement: contract studies encouragement for every professional or all professional, understanding thoroughly scope of contract, which is a must, working designs based on basic designs, a must, manufacturing procedure, a must, construction procedures for every significant activity, a must, and continual to do so, continuously to do so, assign assessment for doing work establishment. They are basics points. Now we have to fix real quality, come what may. This will talk later on because I cannot sit at one place every time. Now, stocking this file. Now I'm talking non-files here. Time, let me see time also, because I cannot prolong everything here. My dear friends, I am really, sometimes maybe you think why this person talks quality every time. Yes, you may say that I am a quality addict. I drink quality, you can say. I eat quality. Yes, it is my addiction. But it has got no meaning because people don't listen. Don't listen. They don't worry about quality. Never. You go to market and talk to people, they will not respond to you. Oh, you see yourself, go to website, do the means. They are only interested in selling item. That's it. You see yourself, you go to every place in world, you will find same thing. Means salesmanship has died. No salesmanship. Sales representative not required. Who can tell you? Everybody cannot understand catalogs, cannot understand data sheet. But what? Machine is required for purpose of living. It doesn't mean that it should be bad quality or it should be substandard. You are paying for that, and quality is a must. If your daughter, your son have been studying, and you do not know what they are studying, who knows it? You tell me. You cannot solely rely upon teacher. You cannot solely rely upon tutorials or tutors. You have to see that your children, if you are really educated, it's your duty to see sometimes that what they are doing. But you would not do that. That is general. I should not say no. That is why I am saying ignorance of quality has become a way of life. Ignorance of quality. Only way is making money, collecting how to get more and more money. Means you have to extract money from others in name of material, in name of technology, in name of quality or no quality. You do not care for that, and you spend a lot of money, and you become habitual of spending money without having any inquiry about that item. And why should you worry? I do not know. That reason I always start talking like this, and I shifted to solve because of quality subject. In fact, quality is not a general subject. It is very specific. If you really want to respect nature. If you don't want to respect nature, don't worry about quality, because you have no capability in that case. After long contemplation, you can say intensive contemplation, intensive thinking, I try to enter into my mind and see what I can do, how can I do. Entering mind doesn't mean physical entering, but entering your soul from nature to your mind, because soul is available everywhere in nature, in whatever form. If that form suits you, you can get more and more soul energy for your purpose. But you are not working that much currently. You require that potential of soul. But those who require, they get it. I can ensure everyone that you have to think about, because you cannot study anything until you are sound in your soul. Soul is very significant part of every human being. I'm not linking it to luck, I'm not linking it to your horoscope. No need at all, because soul does not require any horoscope. Soul does not require anything. It knows very well what it is going to do. That point we have to be very serious about. And if you are not serious about that point, then there is no meaning in talking all this. Person must be qualitative. Every person, in trade or in profession, you have to do best job for your customers, for client. Of course, you cannot say that because I am a quality person, I'll charge 1000 in place of 100. If you say that, then I think it's different way to get quality, to get all this. Quality is not simply in testing material. That is one part of quality. It should be applicable everywhere in every sector of your profession. It's very important. If you don't do that, we suffer a lot. And this point we have to be serious about quality. Civil engineering is that world. Remember, I'm talking about civil engineering is that world without which you cannot enjoy your comforts. You cannot enjoy your life. Civil engineering is different world where you cannot show everything to people while constructing. You cannot show everything to people while designing. You just hint something, this we are going to do, and you can do that, provided there is no prohibition from nature. This point we have to be very serious about. Nature cannot be defied with, nature cannot be abused, and if you think you are abusing nature, then you are abusing yourself. Stop abusing nature. Stop thinking to loot public money. And if you do that, don't think that you shall escape. Even after your departure from here, you cannot escape whatever you want to escape. This is very important point I am making. I am getting some irritations in my eyes, but my point is that one has to be active in quality from every level. Because once you get habit of quality, this world would change. You shall find quality everywhere in market. But it's not happening. It's not happening at all. That's why I'm saying quality is your way of life. You have to do everything for you in life if you want to repeat those people who have come in way. This point must be clearly established and understood very well, that quality is that part of life which you cannot avoid. You cannot avoid at any cost. Engineering is that branch of education which gives you full-time work, and you can say lifetime project. House is built, shops are built, factories are erected, plants are erected, and you can say even your thali works. Very important point it is. We have to be careful. We have to understand what I am talking, and understanding should be for everyone, not for you alone. Message should go to everyone, because communication is basis of coordination, and communication means information sharing, and information sharing means information gathering, and information gathering means information collection from whatever is existing in your way. People may say, oh, these are places, timings are different. Okay, that's fine. But share of work is important, share of intelligence is important. Otherwise, no issue. No issue at all. We have to be little different in thinking, and thinking is always on top if you think it is. And you think, oh no, I don't think, why to waste time? No one can say anything. But remember, when you realize that you did stop thinking, then you shall be a different person, a bad person, I would say. That is important by that. Quality is a requirement, don't forget that. And without quality, your mother cannot even do anything. We have to be serious in this case. And if you are serious, you can do a lot. I always see what's happening in my oracle. Generally, when I find time, I see what these shoes are doing. I saw that also. My dear friends, life is full, life is long, and use it properly. Don't rush madly, because earth is not going anywhere. Don't think that you did nothing. If you help earth for improvement, you have done your job, you did your service to earth. And if you say, no, I am here to make money only, I don't care for what's happening to others, then you do not serve earth, you serve only self-interest, which is not at all acceptable any time in this life. We have to be serious about this. You keep aside selfish nature and think for this world. And if you think for this world, then certainly universe shall not think for you, but your money. It's very easy to jump fast, but I do not jump fast. I go slowly because of memory problem now in this video making, and it is not good if you go like that. We have to be serious as far as soul is concerned. We have to be serious as far as earth resources are concerned. Nobody has got any right to abuse these resources. No one in this world has got any right. It is for everyone to be active for environment and for whatever is happening. Now I think it's already approximately 1 hour 28 minutes. I would like to say that you have to think about quality every time. And if you don't think that somebody will come and tell you. It is only you. If you are getting some message from nature, you have to consider that it is from Supreme. Or even if you are thinking something, thinking cannot come on its own way. There is some power that forces you to think, and you respect that thinking. If it is concrete one, you work for that, on that, for itself and for people. Never run away from that, because thinking is thinking. I close it now for a while, because I don't think too long video shall work these days, because older videos are being deleted and I have to upload them one by one on YouTube, and for that purpose data memory is required. This I am making now is only for 1 month. After that nobody can, or you can say anything. There shall be no record in place, but there is no, you can say, no delay in this. We have to be smart enough all over the world. And I'm talking very serious issue which is not realized by all professionals. Real issue is real issue. So I would say you have to think about quality every moment, and if you think, then you can change your lifestyle. You shall become best person in this world if you can think of that one. And that point I'm saying now, I'll close this video. I'll be with you next time.